Hello, style icons, and welcome back to Vintage Chic. In our last video, we looked at the exciting innovations coming for 2026. But today, we have to talk about the other side of the coin. Every new era has its casualties, and 2026 is officially sounding the death knell for some of the biggest it items of the early 2020s. We're seeing a massive cultural shift away from hype-beast branding and oversaturated micro-trends toward a more intentional, high-quality aesthetic. Today, we're looking at the 10 definitive fashion trends you should officially retire if you want to stay ahead of the curve. Some of these might be in your closet right now, and trust me, people are already calling them dated and unfashionable. Let's get into the 2026 Do Not Wear list. Number 1. The Chunky Dad Sneaker. First on the chopping block, the Chunky Dad Sneaker. For years, the uglier and bigger the shoe, the better. But in 2026, the clunky aesthetic has officially reached its expiration date. The fashion world is experiencing a collective footwear fatigue from carrying around these 3-pound slabs of rubber. We've moved past the novelty of irony, and these silhouettes are now being criticized for disrupting the clean, fluid lines that 2026 tailoring demands. The trend is moving towards streamlined minimalism. People are opting for slim-cut, low-profile trainers that almost look like ballet flats or racing shoes. Those massive chunky soles now look like they belong in a 2019 time capsule. If you want to keep your silhouette modern, it's time to trade the platform for a languid, thin-soled shoe that actually lets you feel the ground. These heavy shoes are being called visually heavy and clumsy by stylists who are favoring the elegance of a narrower foot profile that elongates the leg rather than weighing it down. Number 2. Heavy puff print and excessive branding. In 2026, logomania is officially over. The era of wearing a brand's name in massive three-dimensional puff print across your chest is being viewed as dated hype. Cultural forecasters are calling this the privacy dressing movement. People no longer want to be walking billboards for fast-growing streetwear labels. There is a sense of branding exhaustion in the air. If the primary design element of your shirt is just the name of the company that made it, it's being labeled as unoriginal and mass market. Instead, the trend is moving toward status via structure. The new status symbol isn't a logo, it's the weight of the fabric and the drape of the trousers. If your outfit screams a brand name, it's starting to look like you're trying too hard to buy social standing. 2026 is about being recognized by those who know fashion through the quality of your silhouette, not being seen by everyone on the street through a neon logo. We're seeing a return to secret details, think custom buttons or unique interior linings, where the luxury is for the wearer, not the audience. Number 3. The cold shoulder and distressed skinny jeans. We've been warning you for a while, but it's time to face the music. The cold shoulder and Swiss cheese denim are out. The cold shoulder has become the definitive thrift store staple, meaning it's the item everyone is currently getting rid of. It's an awkward middle ground between a tank top and a long sleeve that feels forced rather than functional. Designers are now favoring asymmetrical or structural cutouts over the generic shoulder window. Similarly, highly distressed skinny jeans with a million holes are being replaced by clean, wide-leg denim. If your jeans have more holes than fabric, they look like a relic of the mid-2010s festival aesthetic. For 2026, the trend is moving toward dark wash, structured denim that feels polished and expensive. The effortlessly messy look is being traded for intentional elegance. People are realizing that 1,200-pound denim with raw, shredded knees just doesn't pair well with the refined, architectural coats coming into play this year. Number 4. Gum sole Samba Supremacy. I know, don't shoot the messenger, but the Adidas Samba and gum sole trainer have officially hit peak saturation. When a trend is on every single person in the grocery store, the fashion-forward crowd moves on to find the next unique signature. In 2026, these are being called the new basic. They've moved from being a cool girl secret to a corporate-approved uniform, which is usually the death knell for high fashion relevance. The replacement, the derby revolution. We're seeing a shift toward polished, streamlined leather shoes, like derbies or minimalist loafers, that offer a more French girl or sleazy collegiate vibe. This shift reflects a desire for more grown-up footwear that still feels comfortable. While the gum sole had its moment as a retro revival staple, it's currently being viewed as overexposed. If you're still clinging to your Sambas, they aren't ugly, but they are no longer the it shoe they once were, and staying in them too long might make your style feel stagnant. Number 5. Dainty micro jewelry. Say goodbye to dainty jewelry. For years, the trend was about thin, layered gold chains that you could barely see, often referred to as skin jewelry. But for 2026, bold is the new gold. Tiny jewelry is being criticized for lacking personality and getting lost in the high-texture, voluminous fabrics we're seeing for the new season. There's a new philosophy that if you're going to wear an accessory, it should be an intentional part of the outfit, not a background player. Expect to see statement sculptures instead. Massive resin chains, mixed metals, and necklaces worn over outerwear rather than on bare skin. This is the era of the conversation piece. If your jewelry doesn't look like it belongs in a contemporary art gallery, it's not making the cut this year. Dainty pieces are being relegated to everyday basics rather than fashion statements. We are seeing a massive surge in industrial jewelry, thick silver bands, and heavy architectural earrings that provide a sharp contrast to the soft, fluid drapery of 2026 clothing. Number 6. Bubble hems and sweet ballet flats. The coquette aesthetic of 2025 has matured, and with that maturation comes the exit of some of its most youthful elements. Bubble hems and sweet ballet flats are being called too youthful and costumey for the sophisticated palette of 2026. The bubble hem, in particular, is being viewed as an impractical silhouette that doesn't flatter most body types and is incredibly difficult to style for multiple occasions. It's essentially a one-wear wonder that feels a bit too much like a prom dress from 20 years ago. In its place, we're seeing asymmetrical hemlines and minimalist loafers. The look is shifting from sweet and precious to sharp and sophisticated. We're trading the dainty little bow on the toe for a square-toed loafer or a structural kitten heel. The girlish aesthetic is being replaced by feminine power. If your outfit looks like it was made for a dollhouse or a Victorian nursery, it might be time to swap it for something with a bit more architectural edge and longevity. The 2026 woman wants to look capable, not just cute. Number 7. The French tuck and shackets. It's time to stop the French tuck. Once the gold standard for effortless style made famous by makeover shows, it's now being labeled a classic millennial fashion mistake. In 2026, the trend is either a full clean tuck to emphasize a high waist or, more popularly, the completely untucked, oversized look that embraces a column-like silhouette. The half tuck is now seen as fussy and indecisive rather than stylishly messy. And while we're at it, let's talk about the plaid shacket. That heavy shirt-jacket combo that had a chokehold on us during the pandemic? It's officially retired. The shacket was a product of a time when we weren't really going anywhere, but now that we are, it feels a bit too casual rustic for the urban minimalist vibe of 2026. It's being replaced by relaxed blazers and fluid trousers that offer a more polished, grown-up version of comfort. The shacket now looks a little bit like a quarantine uniform we're all finally ready to move past. Number 8. Random winter scarves and basic peacoats. Stylists are giving you permission to let go of the random scarf. You know the one, the bulky, mismatched scarf you grab just because it's cold, which ends up looking like a giant woolly donut around your neck. In 2026, this is seen as visual clutter. The new look is the monochromatic built-in moment. Scarves that are made from the same fabric as the coat or even attached to the collar for a seamless draped effect. This creates a much more expensive, intentional look that doesn't break up your silhouette. Even the traditional peacoat is getting a makeover. The old, tight-fitting navy or black peacoat that hits just at the hip looks dated and stiff. It reminds people too much of mid-2000s business casual. 2026 is all about oversized or cropped versions with a more effortless, relaxed vibe. If your coat feels like it's squeezing your shoulders or you can barely layer a sweater under it, it's going to look out of place. We're moving toward blanket coats and sculptural wools that feel like a sanctuary rather than a uniform. Number 9. Faux leather leggings and moto jackets. The leggings and moto jacket combo is officially so done. This uniform served us well for a decade as the ultimate running errands look, but for 2026, it's being called stagnant. The tight, shiny faux leather legging look is being replaced by elevated track pants or wide leg leather trousers that allow for more movement and a more modern, relaxed luxury feel. The tight-on-tight look is being retired in favor of playing with proportions. And that fitted leather moto jacket with all the zippers, it's evolved into oversized Sherpa or faux fur versions. We're moving away from the hard edge of the biker look and toward a cozier, current cool girl edge. The traditional biker jacket is being viewed as a bit too costume-heavy for 2026. If your leather is too tight and too shiny, it's going to look out of place in the textured and matte world of 2026. We want leather that looks like it has a history, broken in, oversized, and comfortable. Number 10. Quiet luxury neutrals. Finally, the trend that might shock you the most. Boring neutrals are on the decline. After years of quiet luxury beige and sad beige interiors, the fashion world is experiencing a massive color awakening. Cool gray and flat neutrals are being described as emotionally disconnected and uninspiring. While a tan coat will always be a staple, the head-to-toe oatmeal look is officially being retired because it's started to feel safe and a bit repetitive. 2026 is welcoming saturated hues. Think Jolly Rancher greens, capri blues, and tangy oranges. If your entire wardrobe looks like a bowl of porridge, you're going to find yourself wanting to reach for a pop of personality. This isn't about neon, but about rich, pigment-heavy colors that feel alive. Don't be afraid to break the neutral cycle. Color is being hailed as the ultimate signal of confidence this year. The quiet in quiet luxury is getting a lot louder. And the most fashionable people in 2026 will be the ones who aren't afraid to stand out in a crowd of beige. And there you have it, the 10 trends that are officially getting the cold shoulder in 2026. Remember, fashion is ultimately about how you feel in your clothes. But if you're looking to keep your wardrobe feeling fresh, refined, and intelligent, these are the pieces to consider swapping out this season. Which of these trends are you happiest to see go? Are you ready to finally give up your chunky sneakers, or are they staying in your rotation regardless of what the experts say? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this burn list, hit the like button and subscribe to Vintage Chic for more honest fashion deep dives. Thank you for staying stylish with us, and we'll see you in the next one.